to today's explainer. Today, we're looking at a match that literally had absolutely everything. I mean, we're talking incredibly high stakes, early heartbreak, sheer tactical mastery, and an individual performance that is absolutely going down in the history books. Of course, I'm talking about that massive 2026 FIFA World Cup quarterfinal clash between France and Morocco at Boston Stadium. So, throughout this explainer, we're going to unpack one central question. How exactly did Kylian Mbappé overcome a complete first-half disaster to secure France's third consecutive World Cup semifinal? It's a true narrative arc, right? One of failure, total redemption, and ultimately absolute tactical dominance.
Section 1, France reaches the semifinals. Les Bleus march on to the Final Four.
Now, the final headline is pretty clear. France authoritatively defeats Morocco 2-0. But to really appreciate this result, you've got to realize the historical weight of what we're actually witnessing here. This victory secures France's third consecutive World Cup semifinal spot. That is a streak starting all the way back in their 2018 championship run, continuing through their finals appearance against Argentina and Qatar back in 2022, and now it carries on right here in 2026. That kind of consistency on the grueling world stage, it's just simply staggering. Well, the scoring itself unfolded kind of like a drama in two acts. Early in the match, France was handed this golden opportunity when Noussair Mazraoui brought down Mbappe in the penalty area. But the breakthrough didn't happen right away, all thanks to a phenomenal save by Moroccan keeper Yassine Bounou. It actually wasn't until the second half that France finally found their rhythm, breaking through with crucial goals from Kylian Mbappé and Ousmane Dembélé. Section 2. Mbappe's roller coaster performance, from a penalty miss to a historic masterclass. Let's actually walk through how this timeline played out. First half, you've got that missed penalty saved brilliantly by Bounou. But then, the incredible bounce back. In the 60th minute, Mbappe curls in a superb opening goal from the edge of the area. Just 6 minutes later, in the 66th, he slicks Dembélé through for the assist. And then, surprisingly, in the 77th minute, he's substituted. What's genuinely fascinating about this whole sequence is the sheer mental resilience it illustrates. I mean, to turn a nightmare start into a match-winning 6-minute burst of absolute brilliance, that takes a highly unique kind of psychology. And just about that early miss into perspective, 15. That is the number of non-shootout penalties Kylian Mbappé has missed in his entire career, out of 80 taken. So it's an exceptionally rare error for him. In a World Cup quarterfinal, a miss like that could easily shatter a player's confidence for the rest of the game. But as French manager Didier Deschamps noted after the match, he never doubts himself. And honestly, the result of that unwavering confidence is historic. With 8 goals and 3 assists in this tournament, Mbappe's 11 goal involvements are the most in a single World Cup since the legendary Gerd Müller did it way back in 1970. I mean, let that sink in for a second. We are watching sheer dominance on the world stage, matching offensive numbers that the sport literally hasn't seen in over half a century. Section 3. Decoding the match stats. Total tactical dominance by France. The statistical comparison here is frankly stark. France generated 3.34 expected goals, or XG, from 10 total shots. Morocco? Just 0.14 expected goals and absolutely 0 actual shots. This brilliantly illustrates exactly why the Moroccan team just couldn't mount a comeback. Despite Morocco's coach noting they had moments of ball possession, they were just completely unable to penetrate the French defense. France entirely neutralized the Atlas Lions. And this French offensive dominance is reflected right here in the 2026 Golden Boot standings. You can see Mbappe leading the pack with those 8 goals and 3 assists, sitting just ahead of Lionel Messi. Erling Haaland and Harry Kane are right there in the mix as well, for sure. But notice the 5th name on this list? Ousmane Dembélé, with 5 goals and 2 assists. He has become just the 3rd French player ever to score 5 goals in a single World Cup. This tells us the French attack isn't just a one-man show, right? It's a prolific, dual-threat machine. Section 4. The substitution mystery explained. Why was the captain taken off in the 77th minute? Now, fans worldwide were asking this exact question when they saw the board go up. Why in the world was Kylian Mbappé subbed off for Jean-Philippe Mateta with over 15 minutes left to play? Was it a serious injury? Was Deschamps resting him prematurely? So let's look at the manager's perspective first. Didier Deschamps explained, and I quote, "With Kylian, it was a bit of his ankle. He was feeling a bit of pain. It's good for Warren, though I can't please everyone. Look, the matches are coming incredibly thick and fast in this tournament, and Deschamps really had to make a calculated choice to protect his star players' physical health, especially when they were already up 2-0. But Mbappe himself actually weighed in too to reassure the anxious fan base. He said, "I'm okay, I took a blow to the ankle, but I'm fine." At that moment, JP was better suited than I was to play the final 15 minutes. So the crucial takeaway here is that the captain actually prioritized the team's tactical and defensive needs over his own personal desire to stay on the pitch and chase more Golden Boot goals. Mateta was fresh and better suited to see out the gritty end of that game. And honestly, that is mature leadership. Section 5. Morocco's proud exit. The Atlas Lions bow out with their heads high. It's absolutely crucial to acknowledge the immense emotional weight of this Moroccan squad. Coach Mohamed Ouabi summed it up perfectly when he said, "We represent the Moroccan people and many countries across Asia and Africa. Many people see themselves in this team and will keep working." Despite the lopsided statistics we looked at earlier, the cultural representation and the sheer resilience of this team just cannot be overstated. They carried the hopes of millions beautifully. And the future remains incredibly bright for them. Just look at this phenomenal silver lining. At just 18 years and 280 days old, Ayoub Bouadi became the first African teenager to make 5 World Cup appearances. The young core of this Moroccan team basically guarantees that they provide massive hope and will definitely be a force in international football for years to come. Section 6. The road ahead. A looming semifinal clash in Dallas. So, the unstoppable French machine rolls on. France will face either Spain or Belgium in the semifinals on Tuesday, July 14th, 2026, at Dallas Stadium. This is exactly where they want to be, right? They're carrying a massive wave of momentum, major injury scares largely avoided, and they've got an offensive front line that just seems entirely impossible to contain. Which kind of leaves us with one final massive question to wrap up today's explainer. Can anyone stop this historic French squad from reaching their 3rd straight World Cup final? Whether it's Spain or Belgium waiting for them under the lights in Dallas, they are going to have to find an answer to the Kylian Mbappé roller coaster. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I will see you on the next one.